This is a different sort of knife for me, from me at Catcheside Cutlery. It's hollow ground behind the edge. This is a Nakiri. Just to be clear, this bevel is flat, taken to nearly a zero grind with a micro bevel, and this section is a very slight hollow ground. It's just enough to stop food sticking, and in this case the knife differs from a normal Nakiri in that because it's hollow, it can be quite a lot thicker towards the tip, so it's about 3mm there, about 1.5mm there, whereas normally I'd have, on a convex ground knife, I'd have a lot more taper on there. But it makes it a very robust, there's no flex at all to this knife. In weight, I mean, it could be like a small, that's the balance point there, it could be like a little cleaver, but has that falling through food effect with very little. I haven't noticed any wedging on this part here because it's quite high up, and it's still relatively thin, it's not a massive wedge. But yeah, you have there's not anything to give any resistance behind the edge. You've just got that flat bevel there, as opposed to a convex grind where it's convex from about there all the way to the edge, and then you've got a final flat bevel, which also helps to stop suction, but this will cut with less friction, even less friction. They both have their place, and this is it's a prototype knife, so I put a fairly simple handle on it, nice handle, and I've just simply put my initials on there rather than the full stamp. So I'll do some cutting with it. Start with a tomato. Let's see if let's check where that is in the shot. Yeah. I should also say this is a stainless steel, forged stainless steel, forged tapered from 14C28N, a very fine Swedish stainless steel, which takes an extremely fine edge. This steel is about 62 HRC, yet very tough at that hardness. Which is why I choose it, because it acts very much like an extremely nice carbon steel in sharpenability, whilst being hard enough to hold a very nice edge. Let's see, I've been wanting to test this tip. I've not used Nakiri very much, so that does the job. Oh yes. I made this knife because I like the Takeda forged knives, which have a forged hollow behind the edge. This is a more robust proposition than a Takeda with all hardened tool steel. It's just a more robust knife with slightly less of the falling through food feeling, but a little bit of stick there. Let's do some of the full. So very little stick. So I'm going to have chili con carne with chips. Okay, let's do some pepper. Some little pepper, sweet pepper, I'll test it on tomato again at the end. Let's do another onion. The steel does better. I've given it a very polished edge, but edge retention is very nice, but it does lose that super sharpness quite quickly if you take it that far. It does better if you take it, once you polish the edge, take it back to a 1 or 2K edge, but you only really notice on tomatoes. Do another of those tomatoes now. Pretty good. Lost a bit towards the heel, but pretty damn good. Bit more potato. Some thinner slices. Very nice. Just pulling out a bit on the thinner slices, but lovely food release. Let's try some courgette. Very nice. Hope you could see all that. Some little tomato. It's just lost a little bit now. Quick strop, and that'll come right back. But as I say, it keeps the working edge for a good long time at this level. Okay, that'll do for that one.